Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of space agriculture. From growing lettuce on the ISS to cultivating potatoes on Mars, these attempts are truly out of this world. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to launch into the top 10 mind-boggling attempts to grow food in space. First up, we're headed to the International Space Station, where astronauts have become spacefaring gardeners. In 2015, astronauts on the ISS took their first bites of space-grown lettuce, grown from seeds in a special growth chamber called Veggie. Veggie uses LED lights that mimic sunlight in a system that delivers water and nutrients directly to the plant's roots. The astronauts said the space lettuce tasted fresh and crisp, just like the stuff you'd get back on Earth. This experiment was a huge step forward in understanding how plants grow in microgravity, essential for developing sustainable food systems for future long-duration space missions. Think about it. If we're going to send humans to Mars or beyond, we need to figure out how to grow food along the way. So the next time you're enjoying a fresh salad, take a moment to appreciate the astronauts and scientists who are working hard to bring space salad to a galaxy near you. Remember that Matt Damon movie, The Martian, where he's stranded on Mars and has to grow potatoes to survive? Well, it turns out that science fiction isn't too far from science fact. Scientists have been hard at work trying to figure out how to grow potatoes on Mars, and the results are promising. They've been conducting experiments here on Earth, simulating Martian conditions in special growth chambers. These chambers mimic everything from the Martian atmosphere and soil composition to the planet's weak sunlight. They've managed to successfully grow potatoes in these Martian-like conditions using a technique called aeroponics. This method uses less water and fertilizer than traditional soil-based farming, which is super important when you're dealing with the limited resources on Mars. Potatoes are a great source of carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals, making them an ideal crop for sustaining a human colony on the Red Planet. These experiments are a huge step towards making long-duration space missions a reality. Alright, let's talk about NASA's Veggie plant growth system. This high-tech mini-fridge is packed with features that make it possible to grow plants in the harsh environment of space. We're talking LED lights, a system that delivers a carefully controlled mix of water and nutrients, and sensors that monitor everything from temperature and humidity to carbon dioxide levels. Veggie is already being used on the International Space Station to grow a variety of plants, from lettuce and radishes to zinnias and Mizuna mustard. This is a big deal because it means that astronauts can supplement their pre-packaged meals with fresh, nutritious produce. Veggie's impact goes far beyond providing astronauts with a tasty salad. It's helping scientists study how plants grow in microgravity, crucial for developing sustainable food systems for future space missions. By understanding how plants adapt to the unique challenges of space, we can develop more efficient and productive ways to grow food in space and on other planets. Veggie is a shining example of human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of exploration. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to talk about space radishes. These little red root vegetables are playing a big role in the quest to grow food in space. In 2020, astronauts on the ISS conducted an experiment called Plant Habitat 02, where they grew radishes in a special growth chamber called the Advanced Plant Habitat. The results were out of this world. The radishes grew beautifully and were more nutritious than their Earth-grown counterparts, with higher levels of antioxidants and other beneficial compounds. Next stop on our space agriculture tour, the Moon. We're talking about building greenhouses on the lunar surface. Establishing a lunar base is high on the priority list for space agencies around the world. And what's a lunar base without a steady supply of fresh food? Lunar greenhouses could provide astronauts with a sustainable source of fruits, vegetables, and even oxygen, reducing our reliance on costly and time-consuming resupply missions from Earth. Building a greenhouse on the Moon comes with its own unique set of challenges like the lack of atmosphere, extreme temperatures, radiation, and lunar dust. Engineers are working on innovative solutions such as inflatable modules that can be buried beneath the lunar surface for protection and electrostatic filters that remove dust from the air. One promising approach is to use a closed-loop hydroponic system where plants are grown in a nutrient-rich solution instead of soil. This method uses significantly less water than traditional agriculture, which is crucial on a place like the Moon where water is scarce. Lunar greenhouses are still in the early stages of development, but the potential is enormous. Let's be honest, folks, is there anything better than a juicy, ripe tomato? Now imagine experiencing that same deliciousness in space. Tomatoes are packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and other essential nutrients, making them an ideal crop for keeping astronauts healthy on long-duration space missions. Growing tomatoes in space is no walk in the park. Microgravity messes with the way water and nutrients move through the plant, making it difficult for the roots to absorb what they need. Scientists are experimenting with different growing techniques like using LED lights to stimulate growth, developing self-pollinating tomato varieties, and even employing tiny robots to act as pollinators. The results are promising. Astronauts on the ISS have successfully grown and harvested tomatoes in space, marking a major milestone in the quest for sustainable space agriculture. A little taste of homegrown goodness can go a long way in boosting morale when you're millions of miles from Earth. So the next time you bite into a juicy tomato, think about the incredible journey it took to get there. Okay folks, get ready for this one because we're about to dive into the wonderful world of algae. Algae might not sound like the most appetizing thing on the menu, but trust me, this slimy green stuff has the potential to revolutionize space food as we know it. Algae is a superfood packed with protein, vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids. It can grow in some of the most extreme environments on Earth, from scorching deserts to icy tundras. Algae doesn't need soil to thrive, which is a huge advantage when you're talking about growing food in a cramped spacecraft or on a barren planet. It can be cultivated in bioreactors, which are basically giant tanks that provide the perfect environment for algae to flourish. Algae can pull double duty in space. Not only can it be used as a food source, but it can also help scrub carbon dioxide from the air and generate oxygen, creating a closed-loop life support system. Talk about a win-win situation. So the next time you see a pond covered in green slime, remember that it might just be the key to our future in space. Alright folks, let's talk about one of life's simplest yet most satisfying pleasures, bread. That's right, we're diving into the world of baking bread in space. Baking bread in space is more complicated than mixing flour, water, yeast, and a little bit of cosmic magic. Microgravity messes with the formation of gluten, the protein that gives bread its chewy texture. Without gravity to help it rise, space bread tends to be dense and crumbly, kind of like a giant crouton. Scientists are developing innovative solutions like using a specialized oven that creates artificial gravity by rotating the dough during the baking process. They're also exploring the use of different yeast strains that are more tolerant of the harsh conditions of space, as well as experimenting with alternative leavening agents, like sourdough starter. So the next time you enjoy a slice of bread, think about the incredible journey it took to get there. Welcome back to our space garden. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of hydroponics, a method of growing plants without soil that's perfectly suited for the final frontier. Instead of planting seeds in soil, hydroponics involves growing plants in a nutrient-rich solution, where their roots can directly access the water and nutrients they need to thrive. This method has a ton of advantages for space agriculture. It's incredibly water efficient, using significantly less water than traditional soil-based agriculture. Hydroponics allows for greater control over the growing environment, creating the perfect conditions for plants to flourish. Hydroponics can lead to faster growth rates and higher yields compared to traditional agriculture. Hydroponic systems can be designed to be incredibly space efficient, maximizing the use of limited space inside a spacecraft or on a planetary surface. So, the next time you see a lush green garden, remember that it might just be the key to our future in space. As we venture further into the cosmos, space agriculture will play an increasingly vital role in sustaining human life beyond Earth. Imagine a future where astronauts are harvesting fresh produce from Martian greenhouses, where lunar colonies are powered by algae bioreactors, and where interstellar spacecraft are equipped with self-sustaining hydroponic gardens. One of the most exciting areas of research is bioregenerative life support systems, creating a closed-loop ecosystem within a spacecraft or habitat. Another area of exploration is vertical farming in space, maximizing the use of limited space by growing crops in stacked layers. Scientists are also working on developing genetically engineered crops specifically for space, more resistant to radiation, requiring less water, and thriving in lower gravity environments. The possibilities are as vast as space itself. Well folks, there you have it. 10 mind-boggling attempts to grow food in space. From humble lettuce to ambitious plans for Martian greenhouses, it's clear that space agriculture is more than just a pipe dream. It's a rapidly evolving field, with the potential to revolutionize the way we explore the cosmos. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let us know in the comments which space farming attempt you found the most fascinating. Until next time.